of all, can I have the student choreographer, Brooke Miller, stand up? You choreographed this whole thing? Oh my God! Stand on up, Julie. Great job. Great job. Tell me, you stay up. Tell me, as a choreographer, how did you start the process?
Well, I guess it started with auditions for the JTF group and just listening to the music and trying to get a feel for what it's supposed to be like. And having worked with the majority of these kids before, I knew them a little bit more than a lot of people did.
And is there anything that inspired you for the show? Like when I choreograph the show, I always like to pick like a painting that I really like that kind of says, what the show is, or something like that, something art I like to pick out and say, that's my inspiration for the show. Is there anything that you use? Or do you just know the show so well? I mean, Annie is, of course, one of my favorites.
I guess knowing their personality.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And what made you put choreography for little girls? Because I don't think I've ever seen Annie done with choreography for little girls.
Our director helped with that, and we decided to choreograph it to try to make them look like they were at their beds.
That is smart. I think that is very smart because normally it's just Miss Hannigan wailing, on stage, and which you wailed. I mean, that was rocking. You say that, and I think that using the choreography with the orphans even enhanced it even more. I love that number. Congratulations. Good job. And my Molly, how old are you? Stand up. Look, she's even shorter than me. I'll make it. How old are you? You're 9. Oh my gosh, you're adorable. Good job. What else did I like? I love the whole show in general. The Daddy Warbucks. Ooh, did y'all tear up a little bit? He picked up Annie. Oh, I was just thinking about it. You have such a nice warmth to you on stage. That's hard. How old are you? You're only 17 years old. You have such a warmth to you on stage. That's just charming. Charming. Keep that all. Don't ever lose that. That was really, really good. What else did I like? And Brewster, my favorite character in musical theater. I think that must be the most fun role to play. Too bad I will never get to play it. But it's my most favorite character on stage. You were great. Stand up, Brewster. You did such a great job as well. And then you stand up. You caught my eye all the time. A wonderful cast. I like how you choreographed the end of the finale. Good, I'm very impressed with your choreography. Fantastic job,
A couple things I want to say. I didn't say this at the beginning. I'm a music person. I'm a music director. Is my sort of skill set, and I love. It's Annie. There's going to be belting, but I love that there wasn't just belting. That there was belting when it was the orphans and A Hard Knock Life was belted to the back wall as but then we got to NYC and the same people who were belting their brains out in Hard Knock Life were using their head voices for NYC. There wasn't a brash belt anywhere in NYC. It was a really great choral sound with head voice. You have a beautiful voice. How old are you? You're 15? You're 15.
Yeah.
Wow, you have a beautiful soprano voice. Very nice. And just all of you using your head voices when it was appropriate was so nice. Because if it was 15 minutes of belting every song, I would have had a headache. But the belting was good. Miss Hannigan brought it when she needed to bring it. Where's Lily? You, that character voice. That was a character voice, right?
Yes.
Was adorable. Do you hear how much lower her voice is? It was so good though for the character. Yeah? Well, it paid off because it was consistent. You didn't drop it. You sang with it. It was a great character voice. And the other thing with it is, it sounded safe to me. It didn't sound incorrect or painful or damaging. It sounded safe to me. And that's very important to me. Yeah, it sounded like you hated it, but I didn't know you hated it during the show, so that's kudos to you because you didn't show that you hated it. Which brings me to something else I want to point out that I saw, and I'm going to ask them to do something to demonstrate. Can you just all stand up? Is there a let's do some of the steps that you do in tomorrow, because it's a simple step. Can you just, what's something you do? Yes, this looks good. This thing here, just spread yourselves out. I don't need you in the formation. But I want to bring up, there's a couple points in the show when characters, as a character choice, were not interested in what they were doing. They were bored. The one, where's the girl that didn't want to be on the radio?
Julie.
Her. And Annie in the beginning too was very bored with when she crossed and she's doing the mopping, she was very bored with that. And what's nice about what they did is it was clear to me that they were making an acting choice. If your audience thinks you were just bored on stage, that's not good. If the audience thinks that girl is not interested in being in the show and she's just bored, as opposed to that character doesn't want to do this, that's a hard line to draw. So what I'd like you to do right now is just do the step once. Ready? What do I need to count you in? 6, 7, 8. Okay, now go back. So that's what we're gonna do. The first time, I want you to do it, and I want you as a person. What's your name? Julie. Julie. You, Julie, are not interested in doing this. You, whatever your name is, they're not interested in doing this, okay? You as a person are bored with it, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, go back. Now, make a character choice. Now, you as your character in the show, not you personally, you as your character in the show are not interested in this. 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Okay. I just wanted to show that with the whole group because I saw it from individuals during the show. So many of them were fully committed and their characters were fully committed. But there was that one time, Annie in the beginning and her in the Never Fully Just to Let It Smile, where they were making a choice that their character was not interested. And it was clear to me. I didn't just look and say, oh, that girl's lousy. I knew that they were making that choice. Talk to me for a second, you can sit down, because I heard you saying when you were talking about casting for the JTF presentation. Now, so tell me sort of, did you do this show at some point, or did you just put this together for?
We just did the production in November.
Okay.
Early November. And we auditioned for JTF all the way back in June, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was, requirement was that you were going to commit to at least 2 shows through our company, and then they all came and did a dance audition and a singing audition, and when you called back, we needed to put the next manager.
And so then you did the whole show, and then you pulled it down to 15 minutes to bring it here. And you all were in the same roles in the full show?
No.
Who was not in the same role in the? So you just were Daddy Warbucks for here. Were you in the show back home? Who were you?
I can't, that's a great role. I'm like, I can't imagine anyone being better than him to play Daddy Warbucks. He's fantastic.
There was an adult.
There was
Oh,
an
there was an
adult.
adult. Well, there you go.
Yes.
Who needs adults?
Right?
Rid of them. I just have a question about the tap. Was it a full tap number in the show, or with everybody in taps? I saw that. I thought so, because based on what they were doing with their feet. Yes. Awesome. So awesome. I mean, I don't know from dance, and I really don't know from tap. So.
And you're only 17. Wow, 17 years old, choreographing the show. That's amazing.
That's what I had. That's for my question. Do you have anything else? So good job. I mean, the range that you showed. Here's what I have to tell you, and I'm not going to have this attitude anymore. Every year I look and I'm like, oh, you gave me an Annie. This year every pod has an Annie this year. I said, okay, everybody's got an Annie, and I come into this thing with the worst attitude about Annie, and every year I'm like, why do I think that? I love it. It makes my morning every time. They sing tomorrow, and I'm happy. So next year. Finally, you guys have cracked the shell on me. Next year, I won't say, oh, you gave me an Annie. Next year, I'll be like, yes, Annie. Give it to me first. It was awesome, you guys. Good work. So you guys are going to